your stream's going, it's recording at the same time, so you can go ahead and get that output file. Then if you want to stop streaming at some point, but you still want to be recording, then go ahead and check this. So you can stop streaming and your recording will still go. Because when you click stop streaming, it actually stops your recording right away. So if you check this off, you can click stop streaming and it still will have your recording going. Next for stream, nothing here that you want to go ahead and change. Just go ahead and pick your streaming service. If you don't see it there, click on show all services and then you should find it there. Next, for server, pick the closest one to you. I live right in between Toronto, Niagara Falls, and Canada, Ontario, so I'm not going to go ahead and pick Hong Kong. I'm not going to go ahead and pick Japan. Those are very, very far away. I'm going to have a very bad latency to those servers. So I'm going to go ahead and pick US East, New York, and Y, because that is the closest to me. Next is your stream key. Go ahead and get this on your dashboard on Twitch or whatever the platform you're on. Go ahead and paste it here. Do not share this with anyone else, and then click apply. So now we're on one of the very important ones, output. We're actually getting to the real business now. So I'm going to explain my audio settings. When I drag my clip after I'm done streaming, I get that output file, like I said, this file right here, the automatic record when streaming. I get my file and put it into Sony Vegas. If I ever want to make any stream highlights or whatever other editing program you use, and when I drag it in there, I get my game audio and people talking and all desktop audio on one track, and then on another track I get strictly my voice. So if I want to cut the desktop audio out, I can have just the gameplay and just my voice. So how I've done this is I have the stream on audio track 1, then for recording I have audio track 1 and 2, and then for audio I have it named stream, game, and microphone. So track 3 is my microphone whenever I'm talking, just like I am now. Track 2 is for the game audio for whatever game you're playing. And for track 1 is my desktop audio. So for music, for people talking on TeamSpeak or Discord, etc., etc. So if you want it to be just like that, where you have it on separate tracks, when you go ahead and put it into editing software, then go ahead and copy these settings down here. Now also, I went ahead and changed the audio bitrate. The default, I believe, is 160. I went ahead and bumped it up to 192. And I went ahead and bumped it up for every single one. The ears really can't recognize the difference, but I want to go ahead and try and get the stream to have the best, so I'm going to put it on 192. So yet again, audio track 1 for the stream, recording 1 and 2, and for audio, go ahead and copy down just like that. And once you go ahead and drag and drop your file into Sony Vegas or whatever editing software you use, your microphone, your game, and desktop will all be on separate audio tracks. With the NVENC, you're going to see a little bit more of a gamma change. It's going to be a little bit darker, and when you're in darker areas, there's not going to be much pixelation. But with the 264, overall, it's just going to be a little bit better. But when you're in darker areas, you're going to have a little bit more. It's going to be even darker in the stream, and you're going to have a little bit more of pixelation. So it's up to you what you want to use. I use 264 for the games I play, because I was playing Call of Duty and stuff like that earlier, but now I go ahead and I'm really getting into Miscreate and Overwatch, so those games are a lot more bright, so I go ahead and use the X264. I do not use the rescale output. A lot of people say to go ahead and use this. I do not like to use the rescale output at all, because I want my stream to be outputting, no matter what, I want it to be outputting 720p. That's what I like to go ahead and shoot for. Now for rate control, there's multiple ones you want to use, but the safest one is constant bitrate. So your computer, your internet, your streaming, it's going to be constantly trying to make sure that it stays at 3500 or 3.5 megabits per second. So make sure you have it on constant bitrate. If you kind of want to be a little bit more, I don't know, if you kind of want to risk it, you can have a variable frame rate, which is going to bump it up and down. So in certain areas, it's going to go ahead and have, let's say, like if it has like a lot more pixels and a lot more like stuff to load, it'll go ahead and bump the stream up maybe to 3800. But maybe if it's in like a low resolution area, I'll go ahead and bump it down to maybe 3000. So if you want to have variable frame rate, you can go ahead and do that. But Twitch recommends the constant bit rate. The higher your settings overall, so for your video, like your base and your FPS, the higher your FPS, the higher your base, the higher your output, the higher you will need your bit rate. But the higher this bit rate is, the more people that won't be able to download it. So let's say, for instance, my internet's only a 3 download. Well, I have this at 3500 upload. So someone that has a the 3 download is going to have a hard time downloading my stream. They're going to have to watch it in low quality. So that's why some people like to use 2800, 2500, or 3500. I like to use 3500 overall because that's what usually the default is for everyone.